Over the club's 109-year history, Betis fans have worshipped legends of Spanish football. Del Sol, Esnaola, Cardeñosa, Gordillo or Alfonso Pérez have all been standard bearers for the club. In the future, it may well be the time of Dani Ceballos. We join him deep inside the Benito Villamarín as he talks to us about Betis legends he now plays with in the first team.
Desde que llega al Betis, la primera que te impacta es con Rubén Castro.
When I first arrived at Betis, the first thing that hit me was seeing Rubén Castro. He's 34 years old, but he keeps scoring goals, making the difference. He's always first into training. He trains as hard as anyone, and he's always listening, trying to keep learning new things. Everyone should watch him because he's not like anybody else in this team.
Todo el mundo creo yo que se debería fijar en él porque es diferente a todo lo que hay en el equipo.
Coming up from the youth academy, what he tries to do is to help everyone. He understands what Betis is. He also knows what it's like to leave. But when he came back, he helped fill part of the stadium. He's always giving you advice. He always seems to take the right decisions. He's a very correct player. You should always try to learn from him because he does the right things for Betis and he's a reference for all the academy kids.
Among all the names of Betis players past and present, for Ceballos, one is still special.
Pepe Mel is a manager who had confidence in me from the moment he arrived and who's given so much to the club, the highs and the lows. In the second division, I scored 5 goals. The first one was against LaLiga Santander when Merino had come in and he told me I should get into the box more. I remember the move so well. It was between Alfred and Piccini, and I came in from behind and scored. It was a great feeling. It's something you spend your life dreaming of from when you're a kid, scoring for your team. And scoring in front of your own fans is something everyone dreams about.
Now Dani is living his dream in the top flight of Spanish football and in a squad full of new faces.
They're players who are very motivated and have come from different leagues. I think we've got a good team. The new boss coming in has been positive. I think we're good enough to be in the top half of the table and fight for Europe. But we can't forget that our main objective is to make sure we're safe as soon as possible. And once we've done that, to start thinking about getting into Europe or whatever else we can achieve. He's a manager who loves football. He can talk football 24 hours because he loves the game. He tries to give us advice every day based on what he's experienced as a player. As a coach, he's very tactical. He makes training very intense, and over the season you're going to see a very aggressive Betis, a team that wants the ball and is ready to fight to achieve great things.
The next big day of the season comes with the Betis-Sevilla derby in La Liga, a match which only the chosen few get to experience.
It's always going to be special playing your first derby. You know how the city reacts to it, the rivalry that there is between Sevilla and Betis. And from when you're very young, you're working to get the chance to play in it. Then when you get into the first division and you play the derby, it's a memory you always have. I remember that it was a 0-0 draw. We were happy, and now I hope to play in them again this year.
That will be a very special game, but not the first all-star duel of the season. That came when Betis passed through the Camp Nou on the first weekend of the campaign. In Barcelona, the Andalusians suffered Leo Messi.
They're players who are like extraterrestrials. They're above football. The other day we saw Messi, who's a special player, so different. He seems to score and make the difference individually whenever he decides he wants to. You watch him on TV and it kind of affects you. When you play against him, you realise how difficult it is to cover him. You know he's going to go left, but you can't stop him. And he's surrounded by brilliant players. It's hard playing against Barca and also Messi when they're on form.
Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Griezmann or Neymar are the biggest names in La Liga. Players that Ceballos admires. But friendship makes him choose Marco Asensio for special mention.
In terms of the media, now that he's at a club like Real Madrid, I think he's ready. He's a different player, and I think from this season on, he's really going to make a difference.
They've both got one objective in common: to break through this season, then help guide their teams to success.
This is my second season. The first was my apprenticeship. This season, I have to make that leap forward, like the whole team does. Hopefully, we'll have a brilliant season.